that. Not that we want trials to come to us.
Just that small clarification.
Yeah, you often get tested on that which you minister on. I'm ministering on a message called How to Remain Humble When Given $1 Million. And let's see if I get tested.
Yes, I hope I get that trial as well. All right, friends. In light of this, we're going to go to a very powerful video with Greg Laurie and Randy Alcorn. Let's roll it!
Someone listening to this right now is hurting. They're living with a disability. Someone close to them died recently. They found out they're terminally ill. It seems like the walls are closing in on them, and they believe in the Bible, they believe in Jesus Christ, but right now they don't see any light at the end of the tunnel. They see an insurmountable obstacle. They see something that they don't think they can survive. What would you say to that person right now?
I would really say, look to Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, is now seated at the right hand of God. And that, in Hebrews 12 that I was just quoting from, is preceded by the stories of great saints of God in Hebrews 11. But something they all had in common was how much they suffered. And there is a lot of suffering going on in this world. And we have a God who cares. It's not the God of what's called deism, who was the watchmaker who started it all and then departed and doesn't really care what's going on. It's a God who looked down. He cries, he weeps for his people. We're told that in Exodus, how he wept for his people. Jesus weeping over the people of Jerusalem. And it's a God who came down to become one of us in the person of Jesus Christ, who loved us so much that he extended out his arms. His hands bear the mark of the greatest evil and suffering that has ever happened in human history. We call that day Good Friday. Why do we call it Good Friday? Why don't we call it Bad Friday, Horrible Friday? Because God brought great good out of the worst thing that ever happened, and he can do that for you too. And one day, you'll be embraced by the Lord. You'll hear him say, if you've been faithful to follow him and by his grace at work in your life, well done, my good and faithful servant. Enter into your master's joy. And when that day comes, we all will know it was worth it. God, you accomplished things that I didn't even know about, and I look forward now to finding out, now that I'm with you, and I'm sure that God's going to explain a lot of things to us that we don't understand now. But God, thank you that you were faithful to me, even in the dark times, and the joy I will experience of your unfolding riches of grace for all eternity. I know it will prove worth it. Think those thoughts. There was a beginning that was perfect. There is an end without end that will go on forever that will be perfect. We live in the difficult middle. Put it in perspective by the past and the future that is built on the finished work of Christ.